For years, I had over £50,000 sitting in my savings account. It was doing absolutely nothing for me. It wasn't even growing. So here's how I changed that. My name's Harriet, if you've not seen me before, and I help people who've got a healthy amount just sitting there in a savings account finally start putting that money to work through investing. So let me take you back. So I was working hard, I was saving consistently, and I was being like really responsible with my money. And I built up that savings account to over £50,000. And in hindsight, you're like, oh yeah, that sounds great. There's loads of money sitting in the account. But here's the thing, that money was just sitting there month after month. It wasn't growing, it wasn't doing anything, it wasn't working for me. And at first, I honestly didn't think that it was a problem for me because I just thought, yeah, having money saved, that is the absolute goal. And then I thought I was doing everything right. But then one day I sat down and I looked at the numbers, and then I realized after years of saving, years of being disciplined, years of being consistent, I wasn't really any further ahead financially. I had no investments, I had nothing growing for me in the background. I just had a bank account sitting there with money doing absolutely nothing. And I remember feeling just quite frustrated with myself because I worked so hard to save up all of that money and it wasn't doing anything for me. And I knew, like, I just knew that if I didn't do something different, I was going to be in the exact same position financially in another 5 years' time. Still saving, still going nowhere. So I made a decision to do something different with my money. But let me be honest with you, right? I was terrified. Like, I was genuinely scared because you hear all of these horror stories about people investing in the stock market and losing all of their money. And I'm like, listen, I worked too hard for my money. I worked too hard to save all of that money up for me just to watch it disappear right before my eyes. But then I thought, hang on, Harriet, what is the alternative? Leave it sitting there doing absolutely nothing. I was like, do you know what? That's even more scarier because my money is literally losing money to inflation every single year. So I started educating myself properly, not random people online, not like Bob next door who reckons he knows loads about stocks. I started learning. And at some point, I realized, listen, there's only so much that you can learn. You just have to go for it. You're like, listen, I can research forever, but at some point, you have to take action. And yes, I made mistakes, but listen, it was making those mistakes that taught me more than what research ever could. That's how you actually learn, not by just studying it, because there's got to be a point where you actually have to take action and start doing. Because here's what happened on that journey. That money that was just sitting there doing nothing in that savings account, it started growing. Not because I was earning more, not because I got lucky, but because I put that money somewhere where it could actually work for me. And over time of consistent investing, being patient, being intentional, that became a multiple six-figure investment portfolio. And I built all of this while still working my 9 to 5. Because listen, it's got nothing to do with how much you earn. It's got everything to do with how much you keep and what you do with what you keep. Because whilst I was still living my life, my money was out there working for me. That's what investing actually does for you. Savings account, that can't do that. And honestly, this is exactly what I help people with in my first steps to invest in bootcamp, because so many people come to me in the exact same position. They've got good savings, they've got a healthy amount saved up, but they have no idea what to do with it next. That's where I come in. Your savings got you there, but investing is what's going to take you to that next level, and you don't have to figure it out alone. If you've got money sitting there right now and deep down you know that your money should be doing more for you, but you just have no clue where to start, come and join me for my first steps to invest in masterclass. Details to register in my profile. Like and follow for more.